So it was your father who passed.
Yes, unfortunately.
Was he a droid as well?
No, he was not a droid. He was a man of great wisdom and insight, and also foresight, where he predicted such an event could occur in his line of work.
I'm sorry to hear that. So she leads you all to the garage. Uh, garage was once important to the retreat's survival, but once the speeders died, it became more of a repair shop. It still houses 3 old speeder bikes, none of which are armed or operational. The garage holds an impressive supply of random parts and tools salvaged from the Sonaleor, though few of the powered tools function even if they can be recharged. The garage is run by Neenan, a die-hard separatist Aqualish engineer and mechanic. Several other survivors assist him part-time, and a heavily repaired astromech droid R26N assists him as well. Neenan is one of the older survivors. He is slow-moving and relies on his aides and the droid to carry out detailed repair work and create new items and tools needed by the survivors. He rarely leaves the garage.
Good day. You seem to be ill. Do you require assistance?
I am fine, thank you. Enough, droid.
Oh,
You look familiar.
Were you part of the separatist program who created and programmed the Jedi Hunter series of battle droids?
A Jedi hunter. Why would we need any of those these days? From what I hear, the Jedi are gone.
I have been reprogrammed by my father.
Also, Jedi sightings where do occur still.
Yes, there have been several sightings of Force users in this region.
I hope not.
But those are just rumors.
Good. And he goes back to work. Well, let us move on.
Do you wish this for me to repair your broken equipment? The Starbite is more than capable of bringing this location back online and fully operational.
Oh no, Neenan is too stubborn, and he'd rather try to do it himself. You know how we get in our older age, we tend to be more stubborn.
That is unfortunate. When you lose the ability to ask for assistance, you lose the ability to survive.
I was thinking.
So, she'd lead you over to some cages that hold Nexu.
These are such curious creatures. Something so ferocious, yet adorable at the same time. Seeing them sit there and play with each other fills my heart with conflict.
Well, adjoining the exterior perimeter fence is an enormous, fully enclosed cage. The cage consists of rusted metal fencing spanning thick tree trunks and posts created from the ship's superstructure. Scraps from the hull serve as heavy reinforcements against escape. Kratal and her staff use this cage, along with its series of interlocking enclosures and fenced corridors, to hold the creatures they use in their experiments. These are primarily Nexu, but also include smaller, less aggressive animals. Survivors tend the Nexu, but for safety purposes, only battle droids usually enter the cages. The main exercise cage currently holds 4 cybernetically enhanced Nexu. A large Nexu, with a mix of new and old cybernetic implants, is clearly recovering from injuries, with bandages covering one flank. 2 smaller Nexu are currently in their individual cages, quarantined since their recent capture. In the remaining cages are a half-dozen of other animals, some of which have cybernetic implants, while others appear to be undergoing preparation to receive new cybernetics. Go ahead.
This is fascinating. My father would have loved this. He is a great lover of cybernetics.
Yes. Their killing efficiency, he has definitely improved. He did not stand a chance.
Now,
Wait, you mean one of my creatures killed him?
Yes, brutally.
it-
Two of them, actually.
I was not present when it happened, but from what I hear, it was so too brutal to show on the HoloNet.
Here, I can show you.
Wait, I do not think it wise for you to show her such a gruesome thing.
But she must see the capabilities of her handiwork.
Yes, but we are still in talks. Since we do not know if he will be joining us yet, which I do hope you will. From what I hear, you are highly capable at your craft.
That is correct.
Your skills will be invaluable to whoever has them.
So the enhanced Nexu are somewhat trained and manageable. The others are wild and will attack given the chance. The remaining animals are unlikely to attack unless provoked. They are much more likely to flee if their physical state allows and an opportunity presents itself. So, from there, she leads you into the laboratory. The thing that you have probably been waiting for. Her main laboratory is the center of all research activity in the retreat. It holds the best equipment and is the only building to have consistent power. While the majority of the work focuses on her cybernetic departments, other survivors also work on solving the settlement's problems. They develop treatment methods and cures for local maladies, and analyze local animals and plants for use as food or other potential aids. This is the most high-tech building in the settlement, created entirely from salvaged metal plates with interior finishes and electronics from the ship. The building holds the main lab along with several smaller labs and surgery rooms, secure storage, and a data center. Krotala is usually at the laboratory or tending animals in the cages. 2 researchers work the labs during the day, with droids watching over important experiments at night. A salvaged FX series medical droid is always present in the surgery room and has recorded all of Krotala's procedures and experiments. Given the droid's valuable data, it is not allowed out of the lab and is rarely seen outside the surgery room.
Oh yeah, out of game. Why would you show her a video of C2 dying when C2's in the other room? Well, in the other building?
Yeah, because then she'd be... The moment you show her the video, she'll be confused.
But that guy's over there.
Yeah.
So, is there anything you want to ask her about the lab or anything? She's kind of wrapping up the tour at this point, guys. She knows that you probably don't care about the rest of the...
I would actually like to know more about your research.
Yes. It is fascinating how these things still move, even though they've been so heavily modified. Usually when you modify a creature to such an extent, they are incapable of independent movement.
Well, just so you know a little bit about myself, I was once the leading cybernetics designer and researcher in the Republic. My reputation as a burgeoning genius caught the attention of Chancellor Palpatine's personal medical research staff, who recommended I be ordered to join it. But I hated the corruption within the Republic and decried being drafted into the service.
Out of game. That's like C2's backstory, except he decided to go with it. It's hilarious.
So basically, she
They would have
was
been
there
best
while
friends.
he stayed.
Yeah, except she's a good bit older than him.
Yeah.
Yeah, feel free. Yeah.
Life is in... Never mind.
The Chancellor's staff wouldn't take no for an answer, though, and attempted to abduct me with the rest of my department. I fled with my assistants and defected to the CIS.
Would you happen to have known an individual by the name of Carvelius Carwell, who is also a lead cybernetics designer in the CIS?
No, not in person. I know the name.
Yeah. He was my father.
I see.
He's the one that designed, along with Talon here, he's the one that designed my modifications, made me who I am now.
But recognizing my skills, the Separatists set me up with a lab and a small staff on a deep space station near the Salvera system in the Mid-Rim, where I got to work on improved droid-cyborg integration for the battlefield. When the CIS forces collapsed at the end of the war, my friendship with Captain Harsel ensured that I was rescued along with my staff. We escaped to the Outer Rim, obviously. So, I mean, I've made my best out of our isolation here on Chulgana, and I remain dedicated to my research.
So, do you know of Isotech?
I know of them.
They seem to be a company, and they seem to be of good repute, and they seem to be somewhat against the Empire. They have want of your talents.
Well, I'm worried that going back into known space will create an issue, considering my defection from the Republic, from the former Republic. I feel I will be taken to the Emperor himself to pay for it.
Do not worry. You'll be interrogated for all your information, and then executed long before you reach that point.
I don't think that's much better.
Honestly speaking, Talon, that is still a worst case scenario.
I do not know. Based on the Empire's behavior, the Emperor would probably be a worse fate.
But to answer your question, though, my research tends to focus on Old Republic cybernetics research, along with anything I combine from my own skills.
Fascinating. So I'm gonna have CeeLo Yellow come forward. This is the secondary in cybernetics droid on board with my ship. He handles most of the mundane cybernetic enhancements that go on the ship. The only one that supersedes him would be his brother CeeLo Black. This is CeeLo Yellow, by the way.
Pleasure. So, I'm going to go ahead and cut away to the Harsel and the negotiations.
So, you see...
And we can jump in and we can assume if they've been going at it for like hours, trying to figure out a way to...
Don't forget the relocation part.
You see, that is why...
We probably led with that.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
That is why I feel like it would be most wise for you and your crew to pack up. You all can fit aboard the Starbright, and we can relocate you as long as everything that I mentioned is followed. We can find you a nice, safe world to live on. I believe Talon then has found a suitable location in, what was the name of the planet? Out again?
Tula.
Tula.
I've heard of the planet. That's where the Whippets live.
Yeah. It seems peaceful and it's low on the Imperial radar, almost as low as this place itself.
Yeah, the Republic once thought we had a base there. They were wrong. Okay, maybe we can make one now, though.
But there is another separate matter.